Last year, Turkish Airlines began flying from Palermo to Istanbul, which was great news for people like me because Turkish Airlines flies to more countries than any other airline. I was really impressed with the modern features of the airplane, as well as that every seat had its in-flight entertainment unit, even though this was just the baby flight 2.5 hours from Palermo to Istanbul. I really enjoyed having such a wide selection of entertainment, both on this flight and especially on the almost 12-hour flight from Istanbul to Chicago. Here we are taking off from Palermo Airport. Isn't it just so beautiful? On short haul flights where it's no more than 2 to 3 hours, I usually do choose a window seat because I like to enjoy the view. However, on longer haul flights, I usually select the aisle seats of the middle section. That way I can get up whenever I want and I don't have to worry about asking someone if I want to get up. And if there happens to be a middle seat free, then that means that I can also rest without someone having to ask me to be able to get out of the seat. Okay, wow, it's so pretty. So now let's see, what about the inside of the plane? Okay, so on this flight, we each got a set of earbuds, pretty standard, and these ones, of course, you can take with you. One entertainment feature that I loved was they have this series called Widen Your World, and it showcases some of the different destinations that Turkish Airlines flies to. This is Banjul, it's the capital of the Gambia, and it's where I traveled to with Turkish Airlines about a month after I filmed this video. So I was really excited to see what I would find there. In addition to movies and TV, they also have the map feature, which I love to follow along and see where we're flying over. And it's also possible to listen to the Quran as well. I also played some games to help pass the time. This is a typical snack option either when you're on a shorter flight or, for example, maybe for breakfast or lunch on a long haul flight. In addition to this little sandwich, there was a nice little cheese and cucumber salad and a fruit salad as well. They also give you a roll so you can put the butter or jam on that. Here we are flying through the sky. I am just obsessed with how the clouds look and how the sky looks when you're in an airplane. It's so beautiful, and it just makes you realize how small you are in the world and how grand and magnificent the world is. Here we are flying into Istanbul. This is the new Istanbul airport. It was only opened in 2018. And it's already one of the busiest airports in the world. Inside, it's super nice and modern. There are a lot of different services. There's many places to sit. They even have areas for prayer inside the airport. And you can also, of course, shop for some Turkish sweets to take home with you. It was amazing to look at the flight board and just see the vast amount of places that you can go from here. It seems like you could travel to any corner of the world from Istanbul. Then it was time to board the almost 12-hour flight to Chicago. It was really rainy that day, but you wouldn't know it as soon as you boarded the flight because it was super comfortable, and on your in-flight screens they had really beautiful images of Turkey's natural beauty. I got super lucky on this flight because, as I said, I sat in an aisle row seat of the middle area and I had no one sitting next to me, so it was amazing. Also, because it is a longer flight, they did give us these more comfortable headphones to use in flight. We also got an amenity bag, but I forgot to show what was inside. But inside there were earplugs, an eye mask, a pair of socks and slippers, a mini toothbrush and toothpaste, and of course at our seat we had a blanket blanket and a pillow. They also had a menu for the different meal services that would be offered on the flight. I always pre-book my own meal because I like to make sure I'll have a vegetarian meal, and honestly, I find that the Asian vegetarian meals that you find on most airlines always looks a lot better, in my opinion, than the main cabin food does. All of Turkish Airlines foods are halal no matter what, so you don't have to pre-book a meal, especially for that. On both of my long-haul flights with Turkish Airlines recently, both to Chicago and to the Gambia, I had a similar kind of meal. It was a rice dish with some different curries. So here's my meal from Gambia because it had this really good tofu curry and then also the potatoes that I had on the flight to Chicago. And it also came with this really refreshing cold lentil salad and a fruit salad and a roll as well. Here's just a little look into the bathroom. It was super spacious and always kept very clean. Of course, there's a nice little window if you want to look outside. And they had some really nice products in there. And there I am, hi. And also I really loved that they had this little foot pedal. There I have my slippers on that they gave us, so you don't have to touch the trash bin when you want to throw something away. It was so nice. After the dinner, they turned on this ambient lighting so that people could sleep. And I played some games and fell asleep. And a few hours later, woke up in Chicago. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Ciao.